It's her. It's us. Welcome to YouTube Live. We're excited. We're getting ready. This is the section. We're super excited right now. For those of you guys that are joining us right now, I hope you are feeling my energy. It is another Friday, but not any Friday. It's the Friday, because it's YouTube Live. So if you know of a friend that should be here, that should be enjoying us with this madness, let me tell you guys the game this week. Woo! We're going to see something flew past me. Illuminati confirmed. The game this week is going to be incredible. There's going to be a lot of disgusting things happening in the game. So you know somebody who wants to join in on this, take the link and send them that link, because they need to join us. Yes. I got a story to tell you.
He's got a story to tell us. What's that story, Rich?
I was in my house this week. Cool story, bro. It was a cool Thursday afternoon. I felt a little bit chilly, which is strange because the UK has been like an oven recently. I walked down the stairs because there was a knock on my door.
Ooh.
People don't normally knock on my door unless they want trouble.
Santa. Yeah, it was Santa.
It was his third cousin, Jeff. Knocked on my door, and I opened the door. Do you know what it was?
What was it?
A person holding a giant box. And inside that box was a giant cookie. Just from a secret admirer. Somebody sent me a giant cookie. How cool is that?
Oi, oi.
Yep.
Someone's trying to steal this man.
Yep.
Get his affection.
Watch out. I got a giant cookie. It was from my girlfriend, but I like to say it's a secret admirer because that makes me feel cool. Shout out to my girlfriend. You're cool. Hey, it's called romance. But yes, getting a cookie on your doorstep is pretty exciting. Do you have anything exciting to share?
I mean, I have a statement, I guess.
Oh!
So,
Oh!
I would just like to know, actually, put in the comment section below, are you a particularly fashionable person? You know, we all have heard about Yeezys.
Oh.
We've heard about Yeezys, different sort of clothing items, etc., etc. But let me know if you're particularly a fan of the shoes. Because I've heard quite a lot of people buying them, and they're like, what, a couple £100 maybe? I don't really know street
Ooh,
value.
and those are the cheap ones.
Yeah, they're not,
Yeah, baby.
they're not cheap. But
Cheap
I would just
Yeezys.
love to share my opinion on these. And I personally think they are highly overrated.
Yeezys are trash.
I think people
Call
are
it out.
paying hundreds of pounds for raggedy shoes.
Yo!
Say hello for the people in the
He
back.
got the
I think
glizzy.
The shoes are very overrated.
He got
I mean,
the
they're
glizzy.
okay. I mean, we paid 20 quid for shoes that are shredded apart. But that's just me. That's
Yeezys
just
are
me.
overrated. Let us know if you agree. I, myself, am more of an Adidas. You can't see my shoes. I wear shoes that are comfortable yet functional. And
It's just driving
sometimes
shoes.
I wear things that are more functional than they are comfortable. And sometimes I don't even wear shoes.
And sometimes he rips his jeans just by putting them on, as we have come to discover in many youth sessions.
That is actually very true.
Yeah.
These are a new pair of jeans by ASOS. Thank you, ASOS, for your weekly sponsor of our stream. Oh, I'm joking, we don't get
Hashtag ad.
So it's a non-profit organization, YouTube, thank you. All right.
Sponsor us, please.
I told you guys that we have an awesome game coming up, and I did not lie to you. So why don't you guys get yourselves psyched up for some Forfeit Friday?
Come on, come on.
Friday, it is Friday. There is going to be a forfeit after this game. You're probably used to it by now. We're very excited. And today we have two special guests. We have Rebecca and we have... That was a guess. I wasn't even looking. Rebecca and Josh. And we're going to be playing another game. It's going to be very exciting. The forfeits are lemon juice shots. Other forfeits are eating the chili chocolate because, you know, we haven't really... What's the expression? We haven't used it enough yet, the chili chocolate. So we're going to go give it another week, see how one of these guys reacts to the chili chocolate. Now, I'm very excited. Why don't you guys take your seat while I explain the game? I'm just going to grab these. Wonderful. So we have a simple card game. If you're familiar with the card game Blackjack, this is not that game. So what you're going to do is you are going to pick 3 random cards from the deck each. Now, Blackjack rules are that, you know, the number ones, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are their numerical value. The Jack, the 10, the Queen and the King are all valued at 10, and the Ace is a 1 or 11. You won't want the 1 today because we're going for the highest number with 3 cards. Now, little plot twist, I have left 2 jokers in this pack. If you draw a joker, you automatically lose the round. If you lose the round, you have to drink a cup of straight lemon juice squeezed by, I was going to say Juan Pablo this morning, but squeezed by Rich. And yeah, basically, first one to drink, is it first one to lose 3 rounds?
Or 2. First 2.
Best of 3.
Yeah,
Sorry, it's a best of 3. So
Yeah.
best of 3. So the first one to lose twice has to eat the chili chocolate. Really, really simple. So this deck is already shuffled really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to take 3 cards. Don't show anyone but the camera. So
Do we take it in turns? to
in
pick
turns,
one?
in turns, in turns. There we go. You may take a look. You may then show me so I can do the maths. Might need to give me a minute for that. So if you could just show me, please. Okay. Now, if what you could do, we're going to get the camera on a wee bit of a close-up, hopefully, maybe, potentially. And what we're going to... Josh, please reveal your cards to camera. Can you see that? That is a 5, that's a 5, and that is a 6. With my calculations in mind, thank goodness I didn't have to do exams this year. That is a 16. 16. So, Rebecca, you have 16 to beat. Now, what I'm going to need you to do is reveal your cards to camera. Oh, there you go. She's still unlucky. She drew one of the only jokers in the pack. There's one left in the pack. And so, Rebecca, please take up your cup. Now, here's the thing, everyone at home. These guys, this is their third time facing off against each other on Forfeit Friday. The 2 ones before were a little bit skill-based. This one is completely luck-based. And yet, Rebecca still loses. It's amazing. And so, hopefully, she can redeem it. She's still got 2 opportunities to do so. She can't lose anymore. So, what you need to do, Rebecca, is on 3.
It's a lot of lemon juice.
All in one.
I can feel my mouth like cramping up from the sourness, and I haven't even had it yet.
I think you should get over it. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, straight down. Oh, that's like okay. Make it boring. All right, sure. What lemon juice is this?
Juice.
Budget Tesco lemon juice.
I can feel it, but it's not like.
Okay. I mean, these are just like kind of the step into what is the real challenge, which is a gourmet chili chocolate experience. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to ask you guys to pick out 3 cards each in turns again. Yeah, because you lost the first round, you need to pick out 3 cards. You need to start. Okay, so you got 2 each. One, you can reveal them to me. Oh, is that a good one? Is that a good one, Josh? Oh, okay. Hang on, I didn't actually calculate it. All right, good. Okay. Oh, okay. Now, because you did it first last time, Josh, Rebecca, to the camera, reveal your cards. Oh, it's a good pick. We have a measly 28. Pretty good pick. One of the higher amounts. Josh, please reveal to the camera. It's a 29. Oh!
Unbeatable.
So, Josh, first of all, how do you feel being 3-time world champion of the Forfeit Fridays?
Are we done?
Yeah, you're done.
You've got to neck that little bit of lemon juice before you win
Should
the
I go
chili
for the
chocolate.
bigger glass?
Sure, all right.
Finish your 4 if you
Your
want.
choice.
I don't mind.
Rebecca, how do you feel about being 3 times a loser?
I actually like to think I won the first one, but
no.
you know, just saying. But it's okay. I can take it.
I don't think you did. Anyway, 3, 2, 1,
the
down it! Straight down. Now, I don't know what lemon juice does inside of you when it goes in. I imagine it's pretty good. Quite acidic. I think it'd make me burp a lot. But anyway, Josh, please, well done for winning this completely luck-based game. You did really well. I'm proud of you. If you could now vacate the stage, and if you could take those cups with you, that would be brilliant. And then what we're going to do, Rebecca, actually, if you come to where I'm, if you move to right, we're going to experience this chili chocolate gourmet meal. Head on. You've got a little napkin.
Yeah, thank you.
Some. Yep. Now, the only drink that I'm allowed to go and get you is water. So you can choose whether you want that or not.
Can I have the lemon juice?
No.
Oh.
No. It's just
I feel
water.
like that will make it worse.
No, the water would. Yeah. From experience, for those of you that know my chili experience, it was a pretty horrible one. And so water is the best remedy. And so what we're going to do, if we could get the camera zoomed right in. It was sarcasm, but thank you for...
Sorry.
Yeah, it's so good. And what you're going to do, you're going to all-in-one that. So you don't really need the knife. I gave you the knife because,
the lemon juice is
it was the, the experience. Are you okay?
Right. Yeah, I'm good. It's just...
How are you feeling in terms of like anxiety, fear?
I'm feeling the heat already. Like it's a lot of pressure.
I think that's a placebo, but please feel free to take that chocolate. In the comments, what you need to do is put some F's in the chat because Rebecca will die. All in one. Okay, so I want you now. I'm going to stop talking. You're going to give us a play-by-play of how you're experiencing this and. Take it away. Be as express as much as you can.
Spicy.
What's the spiciest thing you've ever eaten?
A chili, like a straight chili.
Okay. So one chili, Rich, confirm or deny? I can't remember the numbers, but Scoville units 3,000. Now I think this scale is a little bit stupid, but this is what 6 million. 6.4 million. So that is at least 4 times more than a chili. And so how are you finding it now?
I mean, it's in my throat. I'm like, it's pretty hot. It's pretty hot.
It's pretty hot?
Yeah.
If you were to kind of rate your worst experiences as in life against this one, which would be worse right now?
Breaking a bone is worse because I've done that multiple times.
Okay.
Oh, do you know what is worse? When you eat chilies out of a jar and then you forget to wash your hands and you put it in your eyes.
I mean, I've
Done that.
never just eaten chilies out of a jar because
really
I'm normal. Okay, fair enough. Now, what I want you to do whilst we're here, just because this is a Christian youth ministry, we want to be impacting young people's lives,
Oh, gosh.
equipping them for life through faith in Jesus Christ. I want you to give me a 1-minute devotional
Oh my gosh. All right.
on the idea of grace.
Grace.
Yeah, grace.
1 minute.
Yeah.
I really want to touch my eyes, but like,
Do
chili.
it.
No. Worst experience. Okay. Grace. Grace, we do not deserve it. But that's the whole
True.
thing about grace.
Come
is
on.
that, Jesus gives us grace when we...
Look at the
Why
Holy
is
Spirit.
Josh drinking lemon juice?
Look at the Holy Spirit impacting Rebecca right now. She's crying.
I'm feeling really
She's just
moved.
overwhelmed by grace. Would you say right now that it's getting hotter or cooler?
It's irritating my throat more.
Okay.
It's quite uncomfortable.
Okay.
I just got really distracted by Joshua drinking lemon juice.
Yeah,
Like,
okay, you would.
he
Well,
just came and grabbed it from the table.
okay, out of 10, rate your pain experience so far before we go to the TikToks.
5 or 6.
A 5 or a 6? Well, I would say that's quite disappointing. Rich
I'm
is,
crying though.
I mean, everyone cries from time to time. It's okay.
Antonio took it like a boss last time, but
Now, you did great. Well done for
Thanks.
losing 3 times. Guys at home, get excited. We've got the best TikToks of the week coming right up. Keep watching. Nice. Enjoy these TikToks, everyone. Hello? Hello? Who's here?
You want to hear some dark humor? Oh yeah, a little dark humor. All right. Knock, knock. Turn the damn lights back on.
please don't fall.
Watermelon sugar, watermelon sugar, watermelon sugar, watermelon sugar.
For you, good gentleman. I want to scream for him. Ooh. Ooh.
Harry the Platypus? Kyle Reese!
Oh, hey, Kyle. Scared the bejeebus out of me. You want a spritz?
Where am I?
welcome. We have got a very red-faced Rebecca in the back here at the moment. I don't know if you guys know, I don't know if you were here last week when I explained, the pain only lasts for about 5 minutes, but what we are hearing from Rebecca is it is getting progressively worse as she so-called recovers. So, Rebecca, a few words from the back. How are you feeling right now?
But
I look like a burnt chicken nugget. If you guys remember that Vine, you guys are OG.
like that.
I think the lemon juice contributed. Have you ever had straight lemon juice?
Oh yeah, for youth, naturally.
Naturally, I mean, well, I'm a youth leader here at Revolution Youth. I've had
It's
straight
not
lemon juice.
like my drink of choice, but it's youth, so why not?
I mean, I haven't been looking at the comments, but I think I saw a comment there saying someone wants to see you neck the last cup of lemon juice.
I'll back it for the boys. Come
Go
on.
ahead. We got a cup over there. We have got 1 cup of lemon juice
I'll
left.
do it.
Oh, baby. Oh, here we go. That is
Thank
the
you,
very
God
last
bless.
lemon juice.
I'm just
All
gonna
right,
take this
okay.
other- Use cups off.
Oh,
Thanks, Jordan.
all right.
Oh, you can actually smell it like burn my nostrils.
Smells like lemon.
I don't know what you guys are saying. It's a sip of lemon juice. It's a whole cup.
That's like what?
Right, Yaz, we're a bit bored now.
It's like 5 milliliters. Do it. Back the boys. Oh, good. Wow. That is some facials right there.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa!
Hey, we do not condone littering,
Ocean.
you litter bug.
I'll pick it up later.
All right, we got Yaz on cleanup team this week. How do you think it is drinking a straight cup of lemon juice? How do you feel?
I don't know how I feel. I'm quite hot. I feel like somehow it's made me quite hot.
The acid. It's the acid. Yeah.
Oh, sick. There's
You got
chocolate
pranked.
in there. Sick. That's what I love to hear. Tell me more.
Fun fact, lemon is great for the digestive system. So you are going to have an amazing bowel movement in the next 24 hours. And on that
You're
note,
welcome.
it is time to move forward. All right.
We're going to move from that subject
We're going to move forward.
swiftly.
So last week we talked about stand up and stand out. And I thought that was awesome. And if you're watching last week, maybe you have this question in your head. I heard last week and I want to stand out, but I'm not quite sure how. How do I stand out? What does that look like for me in my world? Now, I'm going to ask you this question now, and as myself and Yaz discuss, I want you to have a think. How can I stand out? What can I do to stand out in my world right now? Maybe it's even when you go back to school. So over the next 10 minutes or so, have a think. What can I do to stand out? So Yaz, going on from last week, when did you realize the importance of standing out?
Yeah.
And then once you had realized that importance, what did you do to start standing out more?
Yeah, that's good. So I think I mentioned this a little bit last week. It was funny enough when I came to youth. And I just started hearing messages and other sort of stories of people, I guess, having their own personal sort of realization, like, of how we've actually been called to stand out. You know, we mentioned it last week. In the book of Matthew, it says that we're supposed to be a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. You know, we're supposed to be the salt of the earth. And I don't think that's quite obvious that this is what we're called for. And it's not saying, oh, just, you know, people who are called for it, like not any certain group of people.
Yeah.
It's that we're all called for this. We're all called to stand out. We're all called to be significant and different. And I think you should have your own personal realization of that, because I think if you're doing it because you think you should do it, it means that when something bad happens, you're going to give up quite quickly.
Wow, yeah.
And so I think you need to realize have that truly sort of personal thing of, actually, yes, I am called to stand out. And then B, okay, so what am I standing up for? Like, what do I care about? Is it going to be for Christ? And what does that look like in my school? What does that look like in the environments that I exist in?
That's good.
And so I think for you guys, you all go to school or colleges, or, you know, you're all sort of in those kind of spaces. And we have examples of that, you know, something like By the Gate that we do in September. We'll be starting up again in September.
Right.
That's a way you can stand up for your school. It's because you're believing for a change in your school. And so every Monday, Tuesday, whenever you're going to do it, you're willing to say, okay, I'm going to get to my school at 7 or 8 in the morning. I'm going to believe for something to shift. And you know, you don't get your normal friends doing that. It's kind of like, I believe in the power of Christ to change my school.
Yeah.
And so in terms of what you can do next, I think it's a matter of just, okay, well, what do I have in front of me? I have my friendship circle, I have my family, I have my school. These are all people that may or may not know who Christ is. I don't know your individual as every single one of you. And then sort of being like, well, this is what's in my hands. I'm able to pray, so I'm going to stand outside my school and pray.
Wow.
Or we heard one group of people, they just found a classroom and they started a lunch club. They got pizza and they invited people into that room just to have conversation and to talk. So it's just literally a matter of thinking, what spaces do I exist in? Where do I go? I go to school. I have family. I have friends. And what do I have in my hands? And what can I currently do with that to see something shift? You know, like I mentioned, prayer, pizza, figure it out for yourself. But you're called to make a change, so it's possible.
Prayer and pizza.
Come
If
on.
someone hasn't started up a prayer and pizza group yet, do it, because that
Wink,
sounds
wink.
awesome. That has a ring to it. Prayer and pizza.
P&P.
Someone write that down. You can have that idea for free, courtesy of Revolution Youth. Amen. So, great points. You've got your structure in place, and there's a few things. Get yourself your own revelation.
Yeah.
And that kind of answers the next question that I had for you. But sometimes we get a bit discouraged, or we get knocked in our faith and our confidence. So I guess a question that I can ask you, how can I go about getting a revelation for my world? How can I go about getting a revelation for standing out, so that when I get knocked, I don't feel like this is it, I'm down and out, but I can get back up?
That's a good question. Very good question. For me, I can just sort of explain what happened to me. I remember my friend was talking about how she prayed this prayer of, God, break my heart for what breaks yours. And I was like, that's a pretty strong prayer to ask for.
Hardcore.
And I thought, okay, I'm just going to try it. I want to be, obviously our aim is to be more like Christ. God, break my heart for what breaks yours. And it's amazing how when I went into school, I just became more aware of what was going on. I was becoming more aware of the people who were hurting from maybe being bullied, or I was being more aware of just the different things that people were upset about and struggling with. And I think it literally did, to some extent, made me so upset, and it did break my heart. And so I think when you sort of start with a prayer like that, you're only compelled to be like, I have to do something, I have to do something. And I think once you've got, again, sort of have that conviction, that revelation of, I want to do something about this, when something difficult comes along your way, you can sort of go back to the reason of, I have to do something because I've seen this and it's broken my heart. I've seen that things like suicide are happening in my school, and it's breaking my heart. Like, I don't care if my are people making fun of me because I'm praying. I don't care if this or this is happening. Like, I want to see something change. Like, my friends are being bullied. People are getting depressed. Like, I want to be a part of the solution. I don't care if things are coming against me. You just have to have that personal conviction, revelation. Go for it.
And that's an awesome prayer to pray. That's a bold prayer to pray. God, break my heart for what breaks yours.
Yeah.
And if you pray that, and you pray that with actual genuine intention and genuine meaning, you will find yourself heartbroken at some stuff you would never even expected.
Yeah.
You like the obvious things, like you see a homeless person, oh man, that breaks my heart. But you might see a classmate that's really been annoying you, but God will break your heart and you say, there's something going on in that guy's world that I can pray about. And then you will feel that breaking of your heart in a place that you've never expected.
Yeah.
So that's a bold prayer, and I love that. I really love that. And then when we go on to talk about sort of where we stand out, because we've all been called to great things, but we haven't all been called to the same thing.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to stand out in a different way.
Yeah.
So how do you think we can find out where is it that I need to stand out right now?
So I think this is, I guess maybe like a two-part answer. I think A is going to be, where do your passions lie? Where do your giftings lie? What are the things that you're good at? There's a reason why God's given you a certain passion for something. There's a reason why he's giving you the gifts and experiences for it. And then B, I think it's just going to come in the private place of being with God and hearing his voice. I don't think you're ever going to hear sort of better where your calling lies than the one who's given it to you. And I think it's going to look different for everyone. Some people will be called to ministry, be a pastor or a preacher or whatever that may be. But I think a lot of you will be called into maybe business or music or all these different sort of places that really need the love of God, that maybe currently don't have that. And I think when you sort of once you've sort of found the passion, again, go to the private place and just pray about it. And don't do it once and be like, I couldn't hear God speak. It's over. Like, I have no calling. It's nothing. But just keep going, because I think the more time you spend in that private space, listening out earnestly, spending time hearing God's voice, the more likely you're going to be able to hear it. It just takes sort of practicing, and like it's almost like a muscle. You have to just keep going at it. The more you practice it, the more you stretch or whatever people do at the gym.
Lift weights.
the better you will be at hearing the voice of God. And I think sometimes God will maybe say things like, you'll have the passion and you're like, okay, what do I do next? And I remember I loved psychology at school. And so I said, okay, the next step for me is to study at university. So I went to university, got my degree, and I was like, okay, next I'm going to go get a job. And I prayed about it. And sort of in that private space, I realized that God was like, no, I want you to go do the advanced program. And at first I was like, I don't want to do the advanced program. It's so much hard work.
Interesting.
But then I realized God was giving me the desire to do it more and more, because I was asking. I remember Rich was an intern before I was, and I used to go into the kitchen of the cafe and I would ask like 1,000 questions every single day. Like I would just go to volunteer and I'd be like, so what's it like being on the internship program, or what's this? And I would just ask so many questions, because I was realizing God was giving me like a bigger interest for it. And when I first sort of felt like God was saying, go do the advanced program, I was like, but why? Like, that's nothing to do with psychology. That's very left field. I don't understand. But having done the year and I'm on the other side of it, I'm like, wow, God, I'm so grateful that you let me do the advanced program, because there was so much for me to learn before I just hopped into a job. And so I'm very grateful. He might sort of call you to do different things that may not seem aligned initially with what you want to do. Like you want to go into the music industry, but he might say, I want you to work in Tesco. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Amen.
But there's a reason. And I think just being, just trust God that he is being faithful to your dreams. Trust God that he is being faithful to your passions.
That's great.
There just might be things that he wants to teach you in that particular season. For me, it was the advanced program. There was a lot I needed to learn and things that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. But yeah, just trust that God is being faithful to the dreams and passions that you have.
That's awesome. I love that, being faithful to God. God's got a promise to you, and God is always faithful to his promise. God never leaves his promise.
Yeah.
If you question that, next time it rains and it's a little bit sunny, go outside and look for a rainbow. And that's a promise from God. That's a promise from God that he's never going to flood the earth like he did for Noah. And that's a promise that he stayed true to this day, however many thousands of years later. So if God's got a promise to you in your 80 to 100 years of life, he is going to keep it. He is going to fulfill it, because that's the kind of God he is.
Yeah.
And it comes down to this, guys. In different seasons of your life, you're going to stand out in different areas. God has called you to so many great things, but you got to ask yourself, where am I now? And what is God calling me to have an impact on now? Because I know I'm looking through the camera right now, but I know that you guys are looking at the screen and you've got questions in your heart and in your head right now of, what has God called me to do? You feel like you might be insignificant. Like, I don't have what David had when he fought Goliath, or I don't have what Noah had when he built that ark, and I don't have what Gideon had when he led the armies. But you've got something special that God's given you.
Yeah.
That God didn't give David, and God didn't give Noah or Gideon, but he gave it to you. And the question for you is, where can you find some time in your day, in your week, over this next coming week, to give to God, to answer that question? God, what special thing have you given me? And in this season, where has God called you to stand out? You guys are all in school. You guys all have friends. And I'm sure some of your friends don't know Jesus the way that you do. And you're looking at the camera and you've got an opportunity to change their life, not just for a moment, but forever, for eternity, with a simple conversation. That's all it starts with, or a simple word that Jesus loves you. So over this next week, guys, I asked you guys while we were talking to ask that question, how can I stand out? Where can I stand out? And if that hasn't become apparent to you over these last couple of minutes, take some time this week, spend some time on your knees, close your door. Even if you can only find 15 minutes this week, close your room door, get on your knees and ask God, where is it that you have called me to stand out? And then once he's given it to you, take hold of that and remember that God's given me this. God hasn't given David this. He hasn't given Noah this. He's given me this. And it's something that he has called me to carry. And take that and let that be your encouragement. And when you have your revelation, doesn't matter what knocks you down, it doesn't matter what comes against you, you've got the revelation and the fire of God to keep walking, to break through all those walls, and to ultimately achieve what God has called you to do in this season. That's awesome. So I'm going to pray for you guys really quickly. If we all close our eyes, wherever you are right now. Father, I thank you for every single person on the other side of this camera right now, whether they are watching this with us live or whether they are watching this later. I thank you that you are stirring something inside of them right now. Thank you that you are a God that is present, and you are present in this moment with us. And I thank you that you are touching their heart right now, in their room, that you are placing inside of them a love like they have never experienced before, that you are giving them an encouragement like they have never experienced before. Courage, Father, like never before. That they are going to be able to step out without a doubt, that they're going to be able to step out in faith, believing that you are going to move in their world. Father, I thank you for the special thing that you have placed inside of them, for the special gift that you have given them, that they've been called to great things. They have been called according to your will, according to your purpose for their life. And I thank you that as this prayer has been said, that they are getting a clearer image of what it is that you have got for them in this next season, over these next few months, over these next few years. And I thank you that they are going to have an amazing impact and do incredible work for your kingdom. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Awesome. All right, I feel fired up. I feel ready to stand up, get going, get moving, sprint, race Usain Bolt. I don't know.
Ooh, someone's feeling
Throw
bold.
some cheese at someone. I'm feeling good. I don't know about you. How are you feeling right now?
Not like I want to throw cheese at people, but
Have you not
I'm
seen
feeling
that?
good.
They throw those like squares of sticky cheese.
Oh, they like stick to someone's face? Yeah, we used to do that as a challenge at youth. We used to just throw them and lob it and see if it would stick to someone's face when they had like shaving cream on and everything. It was good fun. Oi, maybe next week.
That's a different game. I
might
think
be thinking of a
that's,
different game.
that's Cheetos and shaving cream. But adaptations?
Yeah, we can be
We're open to
flexible. We
adaptation.
Change things up.
All right. Well, yes. Do you want to let us know what is happening this week? What is happening on Sunday at 3 p.m.?
This
Tell us.
Sunday, we have our Youth Alpha. Every Sunday at 3 p.m., there is a Zoom call, and we just get to talk and have fun. We get to have a discussion about faith. We get to ask questions. We just get to go ahead and dive in deeper. So if maybe you have a few questions or you know people that have questions, bring them along to that Zoom call. Keep an eye on the Revolution Youth Instagrams, and we will be advertising that, and the link of the Zoom call will be in our bio. So just keep an eye out for that. It's a good time to chat and make friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Youth Alpha, great.
Youth Alpha.
Be there or be square, it's awesome. If you guys are not a part of a youth bubble right now, if you don't know what a youth bubble is, we're meeting in person.
Wow.
In person, in small groups with one leader and a couple of you guys, and we're going out, we're doing some amazing activities, having fun, hanging out, getting some good one-to-one quality bonding time in a group setting, which is great because I haven't seen faces for so many months and I was going a bit crazy. But we got bubbles going on now and it's super exciting. If you are not a part of a bubble, what are you doing, bro? If you've just heard about this now, get on Instagram, send us a message at Revolution Youth UK on Instagram. Tell us, hey, I don't have a bubble yet, bro. And we'll get you involved in one, and you can come out and hang out with us the next time we go out and do something. And then don't forget, every single Friday right here, if this is your first time on the stream, welcome. So good to see you. We're going to be here every single Friday evening at 7:30 p.m. Bring a friend, bring your uncle, bring your auntie, bring your dog. If you're not a dog person, bring your friend's dog. And we'll see you guys next week. For this week, I have been Rich.
And I have been Yasmin.
And this has been Youth Online. Catch you guys a little bit later. Peace.